In today's video, we're going to be telling the story of the man that maxed out his credit cards on silver because he thought the spot price was going to skyrocket, and then he was wrong. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about silver. And I want to share a little bit of a story, a conversation that I had back in 2018 about maxing out credit cards on silver. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Got the limited edition Halloween tees available in 3 different colors. And of course, the DYDSS Fight Collection, helping raise a little bit of funds and awareness for the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today is Sunday, October 24th, 2021. I have no idea what the spot price is going to be by the time this video comes out because as I'm filming the video, it is still Thursday, October 21st. Head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. But today we have to talk about the man that maxed out his credit cards. And I didn't say credit card. I said credit cards. Plural. That means 2 or more credit cards maxed out entirely on silver. And this was a real conversation that I had with somebody, by the way, back in 2018, more specifically around August or September of 2018. Right here on YouTube, by the way, he was dead set on maxing out his credit cards on silver. Spot price at the time had pretty much just bottomed out, and it was sitting around the $14 range, maybe 14 and a quarter, somewhere around there. And keep in mind, this was mid to late 2018. Premiums barely even existed back then, especially in comparison to where they are today. For spot price to be 14 and a quarter back then, that probably means you're able to get each individual troy ounce of silver for about $16 a pop. Times have changed. But anyway, back in the summer, the fall of 2018, silver had pretty much bottomed out to about 14, maybe 14 and a quarter. And I had a conversation with somebody because he was telling me that spot price is going to skyrocket within the next couple of weeks or within the next month. So according to his logic, he was going to use multiple credit cards, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5. God only knows how many credit cards he had. Multiple credit cards, like that one right there, along with a couple of others. He was going to max them out. I have no idea what his credit limits were. I'm assuming at least a couple thousand a piece. He was going to max out his credit cards. And then when spot price skyrockets within the next couple of weeks or within the next month, he's going to sell what he owes to pay off all the credit cards and keep all the silver that remains. You want to know what happened within the next couple of weeks or within the next month? Absolutely nothing. Silver laid low between $14 and $15. It went up to about $15.50 for a brief period. Then it came back down to the $14 range. And that's exactly where it stayed for about 12 more months before it moved up into the $16 range, which, by the way, is barely even a difference going from 15 to 16. Spot price of silver barely moved for pretty much a year. So God only knows how many credit cards he maxed out. God only knows how many credit card statement cycles he had gone through. At least 12. Maybe more. God only knows how much interest he ended up paying on all of that silver. The silver that he stacked with currency that he did not have. That is not how credit cards are supposed to be used. That is not what you are supposed to do with a credit card. And by the way, I know this credit card's on screen. No, I am not sponsored by Capital One. This just happens to be my newest credit card. It's a pretty good credit card, by the way. 3% cash back on groceries. Yes, please. 3% cash back. Dining and entertainment. That comes in handy during meetings. And as for entertainment, that could really mean anything. Football games, concerts, going bowling, pretty much anything. 3% back, plus 3% back on streaming services, which I don't have, so that's irrelevant to me, and 1% back on everything else. It's my newest credit card, and it's definitely my favorite. You don't have to get it if you don't want it, but if you do want it, consider using my referral link. I will leave it linked in the description. It would help support the channel. Let's get rid of that credit card for a moment. Maxing out credit cards on silver or gold, in my opinion, horrible move. To be honest with you, has nothing to do with silver and gold, by the way. Maxing out your credit card on anything in the world, horrible move in my opinion. That's not what your credit cards are meant to be for. And the way I see it, if that's your only method of stacking silver, and you're just hoping and praying and banking on the fact that spot price might skyrocket, number one, I don't even have a way of creating another scenario that would showcase an even lower financial IQ. That's just a terrible, horrible move. If you're going to get silver and gold with a credit card, absolutely nothing wrong with that. If the cashback offsets the credit card fee, because usually it costs a little bit more if you're paying with a credit card, if the cashback reduces that to make it even or lower, sure, no problem. But maxing out your credit cards, I can't even imagine. That sounds like a horror story, and to be honest with you, it's kind of fitting. Now that it's the end of October by the time this video comes out. The 24th of October, I believe I said. Sunday, whatever day of the week. I have no idea. But can you imagine maxing out multiple credit cards? Thousands and thousands of borrowed dollars with 15 to 20, maybe even higher % interest? Can you imagine? I personally cannot. And if you ask me, and if you want my opinion, I think that is complete and total contradiction for what silver and gold is supposed to be for in the first place. You see, how do we get the silver and gold? We trade our dollars for them. But what are the dollars backed by? They're backed by debt. These are just debt notes. That's all they really are. Sure, simply holding them and using them, yeah, it's not accruing debt. You're not getting yourself into debt by spending cash like you would be if you were borrowing more than you had the ability to pay back. That would be obsessive consumer debt, and that's something that I personally do not believe in. See, I have more credit cards than the average American with a grand total of $0.00 worth of debt. So for me, it's not a problem. I use credit cards to make money, or should I say make currency, or to speed up the process of certain things, or to leverage. That's different than maxing out credit cards when you know you don't have the currency to pay off those credit cards. Can you imagine thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars maxed out when you don't even have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to your name, just because you think, you have a theory, you're speculating. And for whatever reason, you believe you can see the future and you think that spot price is going to skyrocket within the next couple of days, weeks, or within the next month, whatever it was. Put yourself in those shoes. Can you imagine that? I personally, I can't, because I've never maxed out a credit card. I have never utilized more than 10% of my available credit. I have never carried a balance. I've never paid interest. I've never paid a late fee. I've never paid an overdraft fee. None of that. Can you imagine the situation that this guy brought upon himself? Can you imagine? And I'm not trying to dog on the guy. This is just something that I wanted to talk about today because it's something that hasn't come up anytime recently. I know that a lot of people nowadays are using credit cards or maybe debit cards, or maybe they're paying by check. I don't know what their payment method is, but I know a lot of people are getting their silver and gold online nowadays. See, it never really used to be that way. I mean, it was always that way, but rewind a couple of years, go back to 2018, 2019, 2017, when I'd first gotten started stacking. If you talk to a majority of people in the silver and gold stacking community, a majority of them would all say the same thing. They would not shop online. They didn't believe in it. They didn't agree with it. They wanted to support their local coin shop. And plus, not to mention, back then, supporting the local coin shop was actually the cheaper way to go. The online sellers were the ones who had a little bit higher of a premium. Flip-flop it to present day, a lot of people are experiencing the same issue, but on the other end. It's cheaper to get it online than it is to support the small business. So everything's changed. Spot prices changed. Premiums have definitely changed. People's stacking habits have changed. Mine have. Before everything came crashing down in 2020, I wasn't focusing at all on 90%, and for the most part, that's all I'm stacking. Almost exclusively. I'm not stacking Silver Eagles anymore. I can't even remember the last time I picked up a Maple Leaf or a Britannia, or a Silver Bar, or any silver rounds, now that I think about it. I picked up a couple of miscellaneous pieces over the last year and a half. That's how I got these Creatures of the North coins over here. I got a couple of Queen's Beasts down there at the bottom and some other random coins, rounds, and bars sitting here on screen. But what I've been stacking predominantly has been the 90%. And prior to 2020, that was not the case. I went the entire year of 2019 only putting maybe $1 face value worth of 90% within my order, whether I'm getting it online or stopping by the local coin shop. I was picking up Silver Eagles for all those years, for about 2 years, 2018 and 2019, into the early months of 2020. I was stacking Silver Eagles predominantly, and I'd throw in a couple little silver quarters or dimes, $half within every order. Occasionally I'd pick up some Maple Leafs, maybe some generics. Nowadays, it's the exact opposite. I'm all in on 90%. So my stacking strategy has changed. My stacking habits have changed. See, back then when everybody was against getting silver and gold online, they were like, no, support the local coin shop, support the small businesses. They're the ones who care about the community. Back then, I was getting some silver from the coin shop, but more often than not, I would actually get it online because for me it was cheaper. My local coin shop, see, I live here in New Jersey. New Jersey is just a very expensive state. If you're going to have a physical in-person business here in New Jersey, you really have no choice but to overcharge. Otherwise, you go out of business. It's very expensive here in New Jersey. So back then, I was getting more silver online than I was at the coin shop. That's switched now. I barely get any silver or gold online at all anymore. I would much rather go to the local coin shop because, number one, it's true. They are a small business. They do care far more about the community than some multi-million-dollar website that has an international customer base. It's true. Plus, they're the ones who are struggling right now. Those are the ones who deserve my business now more than ever. Plus, financially, it makes more sense to go to them at this time. For me, anyway. So again, my stacking strategies have changed. Where I'm getting my silver has reversed. What I'm getting has switched up. Everything's different nowadays. It's a completely different world. It's crazy. And if you talk to members of the community, people are saying nowadays, the people who have got started stacking within the last year and a half, their mindsets, their mentalities, their opinions are so different from everybody who was already stacking more than a year and a half ago. It's so different. It's crazy to see how things change over time, especially over such a short period of time, because I had only gotten started stacking at the very end of 2017. So for me, when everything came crashing down and when the whole world flipped upside down, that was pretty much right smack in the middle of the silver stacking journey, because that happened about 2 years in, and it's been almost 2 years since then. So that happened right in the middle. So I got to see a little bit of both sides. I got to see about 2 years before and about 2 years so far of after. Times have changed. One thing that has not changed, though, is I'm definitely not maxing out my credit cards on silver or gold. I use the credit cards strategically. Like I said, I have more credit cards than the average American. And you want to know why that is? It's because I have different credit cards for different reasons. I have one credit card for certain types of purchases. I have another credit card for other types of purchases. I have another credit card for these types of purchases, another one for that type of purchase. I have some that don't even give me any cash back at all, and they really serve me no purpose besides the fact that they are my oldest line of credit. And why in the world would I close my oldest line of credit when that's weighing so heavily on why my credit score is so high? I understand not a lot of people care about credit cards or credit scores or whatever. I personally do. It's just something that I'm fascinated by. It's something that I like. It's something that I enjoy. It's something that I have fun with. And I make pretty decent amount of currency just by simply using credit cards in a very strategic way. Anyway, story for a different video. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to credit cards, if you don't believe in credit cards, if you hate credit cards, then I guess this question doesn't really apply. But if you do have credit cards and you understand the importance of having good credit and utilizing credit in an intelligent way and using credit cards to make you money or to save you money, have you ever or would you ever max out your credit cards on silver? Would you or have you ever maxed out your credit card on gold? If so, how did it work out for you? If not, why not? Maybe it's for similar reasons as me, or maybe it's a completely different reason, but that's the question of the day. Have you ever or would you ever max out your credit cards on precious metals? And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to manage. I'm posting exclusive VIP-only adventure vlogs. I also do giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shoutouts, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button like a Karen hits a bus window. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Bunch of brand new videos over there. Go check them out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 3,000 subscribers. We just hit 2,000, and I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products. T-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations. Got the limited edition DYDSS Halloween tees available in 3 different colors, as well as the DYDSS Fight collection, raising a little bit of funds and awareness for the National Breast Cancer Foundation for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video regarding the man that maxed out his credit cards on a whole bunch of silver, borrowing dollars that were not his to stack real, true, honest money because he thought the spot price was going to skyrocket and he ended up being wrong. Spot price pretty much didn't even budge for another year. What do you make of that story? And have you ever maxed out a credit card or multiple credit cards on silver or on gold? Is it something that you're completely against, kind of like myself? I don't believe in maxing out credit cards on anything. And once again, if you want to check out this particular credit card, I'll leave the referral link in the description. I'd appreciate it, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.